So today, I wanted to tell you guys a story. The story I'm going to tell you is about when I used to work at a furniture store. Alright? Now, I worked with this gentleman who had a death in the family. And as a result of this death in the family, he wound up coming into a very large sum of money. He used that money to buy two vehicles. One vehicle was an overexpensive motorcycle that personally I think he had absolutely no business driving. And I heard stories later that have nothing to do with this story that proves that, but regardless. The other vehicle that he got was a Mercedes, alright? He got one of those high-end sports cars, and it had the moonroof and the leather seats, and this is the main crux of the issue. So, while I worked at this furniture store, we had a single entrance for employees, and that was the loading dock. Alright, now the loading dock was a giant garage door and a ramp that you could wheelchair somebody up to and open up a man door, okay? So, this guy, because he didn't want to park his car in the sun and get the leather seats hot, would instead park in the fire zone by the loading dock so that he would have his cool car. Now, here's the thing, right? The building I worked in was massive. Like, walking from end to end was not something most customers even wanted to do, okay? It was long, it was very big, and there was plenty of spots in this fire zone that he could have parked in, but instead, he parked right in the loading dock zone so that I couldn't load people's furniture into their vehicles that had paid for it. You know, showed up to the store and paid for this stuff, and they wanted to leave with it. So no, I gotta take it, well, try to take it throughout the man door, down the ramp, and load their vehicle. Now, this became a problem, and my boss complained to the store manager enough that he was told to move. Now, this guy, when he goes to move his car, comes into the back room, and it's me and my coworker. And he asks the question, as soon as he walks into the back room, is the a-hole gone? Not really sure why that matters. I look at him and go, yeah, because I know he's talking about my boss, but you still have to move your car. And he goes, I was only going to move it because he was complaining. If he's not here, I'm not moving it. My response was, all right, fine. I'll call the tow truck like he told me to. Which I was told to. Then, the whole thing devolves into him berating me because I'm not a sales associate. I'm a warehouse associate, and my only job is to put things in people's cars for the people that actually make the money for the company. First off, that is never how you treat another employee of a place that you work. If you feel that you are better than another person at your job, whatever. But your job isn't better, okay? Every job is necessary for a company to function. If he didn't have warehouse associates at that company, nobody's trucks would get loaded. That means no customers and no stores. Okay, you can't sell furniture in a store if you don't have any furniture in that store. But that's my take on it. Any case, so after the whole argument devolves into him name-calling me and telling me I'm worthless and that my job is pointless and that I do nothing for this company, he leaves. Alright, fine. So I go to the store manager. As I go up to the store manager, I see he's already talking to the store manager. Well, I know how this is going to end. He's telling his side of the story and lying his ass off. And I also know that he is on the fast track to becoming a manager for this company. So what do? I turn right back around, go back to where I work, go on the computer, and email HR. Because you know what? If we're going to play nasty, I'm going to get nasty. So I told HR everything that happened, who was there, and everything involved. Oh, he did move his car, though, because I made sure I was going to call that tow truck. regardless if he didn't. In any case, yeah. So in any case, after the whole thing ended, the guy was made to apologize to me in an email. And I find that absolutely hilarious because if I ran a company and I found out that one of my sales associates, I don't care how good you are, was berating like the people that make stuff go out onto the floor, the people who make sure that customers get the stuff in their car, like all that type of stuff, like, yeah, they're not the people making the money, but they're making things happen. And so because they're making things happen, you can't make them feel worthless. You can't treat them horribly. So if I found out that somebody who I was fast tracking to be a manager was making one group of employees feel absolutely horrible and look down upon them on their job, I'd end you. Like you don't belong in that company. Because clearly, once you get a manager position, you're going to treat these people poorly and absolutely in a way in which is unacceptable. Like, would you want more HR problems? I wouldn't want more HR problems, but that's me. So, I wind up leaving. Find out later, he did wind up getting that manager position. And I'm standing here trying to figure out why? Why? Like, can anyone tell me, like, do I seem like the a-hole? Like, I feel like a guy who's parking in a fire zone in the exact area that I need access to load customers' vehicles with the products that they've purchased. A person who is not only breaking the law, but is now making other employees' jobs difficult and making the experience for a customer difficult for no reason other than their own personal convenience. Oh, you guys tell me your opinion. Was I the a-hole? Was he the a-hole? You know where I'm standing, but like, you tell me. Anyway, guys, let me know if you want more stories like this. I have a ton of them because I worked in retail for like a decade. And yeah, I've got a ton of these. So, if you want to hear more, let me know. Comment down below. Follow me. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.